Cool, hammock setup. I am inside the hammock's mosquito net feature, which is pretty cool. So, you know, there's a lot of insects and stuff like that, but you know, it zips up so I can get inside at night. I got all my gear here. I'm probably going to do some kayak mining because there's some creeks over there. I want to try my banjo pan out some more. So I'm probably going to stash everything in that dry bag and put it underneath here and go out and do some gold panning. So it gets pretty cold here at night. I've got to rig something up for underneath the hammock because you could see this. I mean, you could see right through this material in here. Pretty thin, so, and it does get pretty chilly. It's May 8th, 2017. So first time camping in 10 to 15 years, other than sleeping in the back of my 4Runner. But got everything set up so far, and hopefully everything will be cool. Well, if that isn't covert camping, I don't know what is. Camouflage, buddy. So nobody's gonna see me up here. You know, I'm pretty sure it's fine to camp here, but you know, it's one of those things, you never know. So it's good to have a green camo tent to blend in with everything. Beautiful, beautiful day. Wow, coming around this corner and look at that. I still haven't looked it up, but I believe that's Whiskey Peak, Northern Cali. So right over the border, that is California, where those peaks are right there. So, pretty beautiful. I almost want to move my camp spot. That's too much work. And the sun's going down in a couple hours anyway, so. But yeah, wow, that's really cool. Well, I don't think I've been to this end of the lake. Maybe. I think with Kyle one time. What I thought was a creek inlet back behind us was just part of the lake, so I kept on going. And I think there's maybe a creek spot right there over in that area. But again, like I said, it could just end up being part of the lake. But it looks like there's other cool camping spots around here. Like there's straight up ahead of us, if you guys see that little peninsula. Not sure if you can see it with this wide angle. That could be a good spot for, well, it doesn't look like a whole lot of trees, so it'd be good for tents. But I got the hammock, you know, so I gotta have trees. Well, I don't know how much sunlight I've got left, so I kind of turned around. I think the California border is like 3 miles. And I don't think I can make 6 miles round trip. By the time the sun goes down. I could be wrong. I mean, the sun's right there, so, you know, it's about to go over the hill. No worries though. Just kind of go back and hang out at the campsite. Boy, I gotta say, these new cattle, it is just way easier to deal with. Lighter weight. The actual paddle part is a bit longer and not quite as wide as my old paddle. But even though it's not wide, it's curved, and I could feel it like every time I move a stroke. You know, I'm getting that little bit of a burn, even in my abdomen area. So can't be bad. Look how fast I can go with it. not bad. So anyway, beautiful day. You can see the mountains in the background. And I'm heading back to camp. So anyway, that's where the California border is, that way. So that's kind of the way I'm heading. Hopefully I got enough time to make it from there and back to camp again. Okay, back to camp, which is good because the sun is starting to go down and I'm already getting cold. Good thing I brought pants and stuff like that. I didn't bring a sweater though. Silly me. I knew there'd be something I'd forget, you know, and I didn't bring my saw. But there was plenty of firewood, so I could probably make a fire down here on the beach somewhere. I don't think I want to start one up there where the camp is, but I mean, I could scope it out, see if it's safe, and maybe find some rocks to pile up around it, and just keep it, you know, a small fire. If I do that, everything will be fine. But I got to go up there and figure it out. So. A good little paddle though. I went, you know, halfway to California, so maybe tomorrow I'll make the full trip, you know, because the sun is going to be up, and I'm glad I turned it around when I did, but it was still cool, you know. Did a little panning with the banjo. So yeah. Anyway. Alright, so I dug out this hole to have a fire, and I'm going to keep it really small. Obviously I don't want to start a forest fire, but there is plenty of firewood everywhere on the beach and around me, so do a little bit of collecting. I put my pants on, but I forgot boots, so oops. Anyway, it's about 8 o'clock. So just getting camp set up and everything, make sure everything's fine. And running slow, kind of low on battery, so I'm going to cut this short so I can have some footage tomorrow. Okay, got some firewood. And going to keep it small because, you know, this stuff, flammable stuff nearby. So I got it kind of all raked up around the fire pit. And just gonna start a little small fire, hopefully. Probably don't need that much, do I? Hey, cool. My first kayak camping trip. I am having a great time so far. I know this looks like a mess, but all this stuff is what I brought camping. So, yeah, so far so good. It's about 8:30. I got a tiny fire going. I mean, I don't camp. I haven't camped in forever, so the same goes kind of with fire pits, you know, but yeah. Got my little Bluetooth speaker playing some tunes. So when it gets darker, got my cool lantern. Beautiful. I just rode all the way from, well, there's this new road that I found that's closer, so I didn't have to go six miles basically to camp. It was more like 1.5 miles, which is really cool. So plenty of wood all over the place too, so I'm not going to have any problems with keeping the fire going, but like I said, I've just really got to be careful. I'm sure somebody more experienced would be like, oh no, you're fine, but I'm just weary. So putting a little bit at a time. Okay, freeze-dried rice and chicken. And it is crunchy. I've got my little stove. It's not too close to the fire, hopefully. It's not actually being heated over there. So let's see what happens with this. I've never had this before. So you just add water, apparently. So I'm going to heat up the water in that and give it a shot. I've got water here, my water bladder. There's plenty of to, you know, boil water and make some, you know, some chicken broth and stuff later. I did bring Tabasco too, so digging it. Just listen to my music on my Bluetooth speaker and enjoying everything. Yeah, 10:15 p.m. and I'm just hanging out, you know, got the fire. It's really cool. So got my pretty powerful headlamp, so I can pretty much see, you know, whatever I need to see. So got some firewood. Should last me for the rest of the night. And I have spotted out some like baby spruce pine trees, and each of those little green tips that you see will go into a nice little tea. They're great for making a morning tea. And I think that it was Bear Grylls or Cody Lundeen or somebody, one of those guys that told me about that. Of course, I'm close friends with both of them. So, yeah, camping. Applegate Lake. Gotta watch the fire, make sure that nothing happens, because there is basically surrounded in tinder. Even though it's May, this has not been cleaned up by the Forest Service, so I raked a good 10 feet perimeter around, other than the firewood, the fire, and I've just been watching it, just making sure that no sparks get a light anything. So, and also I'm keeping it nice and small. I've got a little wood pile here, so once in a while I just throw on a stick, and that's about it. Okay, so made this rice and chicken, waited 10 minutes, put the boiling water in. So I am going to give that a shot and see how that is. Oh, it smells good. Stir it up a little. It's not bad. Dehydrated food, not bad. Yeah. Okay, need some Tabasco sauce. I got my Tabasco. Got my headlamp. I can really find stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab my Tabasco sauce. Cause yeah, that's needs a little spice. There it is. I'm just hanging out by the fire, using my dry bag as a seat, which is not ideal, but at least I'm off the ground a little bit. I definitely have to invest in one of those cool chairs that has the 3 legs that are nice and thick so they don't push into the sand that Trip has on Sailing and Such. They're just, you know, like $70 or whatever, so something to get for next time. Beautiful, even though it's about 9 o'clock, having a great time. Alright, well I guess that's the brightest setting. Ooh yeah, buddy. 10 o'clock, something like that. I'm kind of a late bird, so definitely not going to bed early. Got my music, my binoculars, and plenty of light. So, got tomorrow morning, I'm going to go ahead and pop open this breakfast skillet. Should be pretty good. And then I'm going to try and shoot for California. I want to cross that state line, so it's that direction. So yeah, having a good time. Just hanging out, feeding the fire a little bit. You know, made some food. Anyway, going to sleep soon. Have a good night. Right, well, I slept okay. Not super good though. It was a little bit cold, so even with the sleeping bag and the blanket, and actually 2 blankets, I was still feeling a bit chilly. But you know, live and learn. So next time I've got to wait for my underquilt to get here really before I go out here again. But it's on the bright side. It's the sun's out and starting to thaw out and feel better. Beautiful day. So I am trying to decide if I'm going to pack everything up and then just head back to the vehicle, or if I'm going to take a little trip and then come back. So well, I'm just trying to decide that as I wake up here. See what I'm going to do. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Good night, definitely. Alright, I'm out of here. I got the kayak on the roof and heading out, and I was feeling kind of just out of energy all day long, and I don't know what the deal is with that. I just woke up that way, maybe because I didn't get enough sleep, but still a good trip, you know, and got some good video and had some fun, and yeah, so heading back, and probably gonna come back this way, you know, at least a couple times in the next couple weeks. I don't know if I'm gonna do the camping scene again, but yeah, gonna try out Lost Creek Reservoir too, Lost Creek Lake. It's huge. So there might be some camping scenes over there which I could try out. Anyway, talk to you guys later.